welcome back to the yard dad. We're going to do a couple different things today. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to mow, and then I'm going to use the lawn striper after I make a outline around the grass so I have room to move around with the lawn striper. But you'll see here in the front, the grass is looking quite tall right now. Big time tall. Definitely needs a haircut. Same thing over here on the sidewalk strips. Super tall. This dry spot still looks, I don't even know, but super tall over here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mow, lawn stripe, and then after we get done with that, I'm going to dissolve some ammonium sulfate, and I'll put a formula on everything when we get to that point. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that, and then I'm going to add some Iron Plus again, which has a little bit of nitrogen in it, and I think it's 6% iron. I'm going to add that as well, and then we'll spray, let it soak overnight, and irrigate in the morning. Then we'll see where we're at tomorrow. Yeah, and just kind of keep that little bit of nitrogen blitz going. This will probably be my last week that I'll really get any of that down. We're expecting a bunch of rain here too soon, so I think it's going to be a little bit of snow. They never say that, but it usually is. It's always the first week of October here we get like a dusting of snow. We'll see. I don't know. Look how tall this is. I mean, this is pretty tall. So we'll get straight in the mowing here, and then and then I'll dissolve some of that ammonium sulfate, go over all that, and we'll get the spray in that. And hope your yards are looking nice and green. Let me know in the comments how how's your yard looking. The cool season here is doing good, except in my dry spots. Other than that, I mean, I think it looks pretty great. And this, if I remember correctly, this was only overseeded once this season. Pretty sure. And it was the other side because of all the dry spots and all the little testing where I was scalping it and doing all of that. This side has been overseeded at least twice. And it's definitely thick. It's a little bit thicker, honestly. Just those dry spots are still recovering, though. I don't know. Let me know if you've got any ideas for those. I'm assuming just next season I'm just going to have to add in another sprinkler head right there, because there is no sprinkler head right there, and that's what it looks like to me. I've checked it. There's no rocks or pebbles there anymore, from what I can see. But it is growing in. It just looks like it might not look just right until next season. Check out the neighbor's grass over here. I guess they moved. Between my yard and their yard, it looks like I'm trying to think, like golf. If you were golfing in England or something and you hit it in the rough, like huge, like the grass is so high. They're gonna have to pay a fortune to get somebody to cut that, probably, to haul all that off, because my backyard was overgrown, and that took like 3 bags the other day when I was doing that. You can't see it in the video, but I definitely filled the bags up a couple times. Yeah, let's go ahead and fill the bags up a couple times right now. Let's go. Well, I got finished with that. So I took the bag off 5 times just for these 2 front lawns and the sidewalk strip. check it out. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks awesome. It almost, because of all this nitrogen blitz, you can definitely tell the difference in the grass right now. It is a lot thicker, it's a lot taller, it's a lot better. It's very similar to, I would say, spring growth right now. It's really pushing, especially over here. Big time. I think it looks great. Here's the sidewalk strips. The sidewalk strips are thick too, but I'm gonna have to say that the thickest area, believe it or not, was this side. And that dry spot, it actually does look a lot better now that I cut it. So it's not as bad as I thought it was. Let's go over the ammonium sulfate. I'm not sure how I showed you in my last video. I remember I used the coffee pot and stirred it and everything. What I like to do is I like to measure out. For my yard, I'll be using 2.5 pounds. Here's the formula for ammonium sulfate. All right, well, now you know the formula. I'm just going to use the bare minimum because I'm also going to be adding some iron plus. As soon as I throw that in to my sprayer, I'll show you that as well, but it's the same one I always use. That has a little nitrogen in it as well. That's the general formula that you can follow. You can figure it out based on that, how much you need to use per 1,000 square feet or whatever, right? You can pretty much put as much nitrogen, like you could put an insane amount of nitrogen on your yard, but as long as you don't concentrate it in one place, it's not going to burn. Even if you have wet grass, it should not burn your grass. You can just don't concentrate it in one spot and you'll be good. You're not going to burn your grass or anything like that. And yeah, follow that formula. If you have any questions or anything like that, just put it in the comments below about the ammonium sulfate. And of course, I'll respond and I'll let you know. Just tell me your square footage and I'll tell you how much to use. And then I'll tell you how much to use for nitrogen blitz as well. I'm going to mix that up real quick. I'm going to measure it out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a separate cup of water, and I'm just going to get probably like 2 cups of water or something like that. And maybe I'll do 4 cups. I'm going to throw it in the microwave and heat it up for like 4 or 5 minutes so it's hot. And then I'll put the 2.4 pounds or 2.5 pounds, whatever it is, into the coffee pot, and then we're going to pour water on top of it, and then I'm going to stir and dissolve. Once it's pretty much dissolved, I'll pour it into my tank, and then we'll spray it, and when we fill it up, it's going to dissolve it. Even more if there's any bits or anything left, we'll be good. And then I'll be throwing in the iron plus as well, which is 6% iron, and I'll show you that as soon as we get done with our little experiment. But let's go ahead and I guess I'll just do it right here in between the garbage cans. But yeah, I'm going to go grab the coffee pot, go get my water. See you in a second. All right, well, I got a stick this time. All right, so I got this super hot water here. We're just gonna pour this in. There we go. And you'll see it's dissolving in there. And there'll be a little bit that's gonna collect at the bottom, but the only reason why is because there's just not enough water in here compared to that. But trust me, when you spray it with the hose or whatever, you're not going to have any granular in the bottom of your tank. I've checked it every time I've done this, and I've started it just like this. And I've used the same amount every single time for my sections, right? There we go, look at that. This is straight liquid. All right, well, all ready to pour into the tank. You see, it's like a nice cup of nitrogen here that you can have. Real nice cup of nitrogen. I don't know why I'm walking that way, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add this to my tank, and then I'm gonna fill it up with water. Let me show you the iron plus too. Right here, it's a 1500 with 6% iron. And nitrogen's 15%, and then of course sulfur 4%, and then the iron 6%. Let's see right there. And I'll be adding for this, you can apply 3 to 6 ounces of Iron Plus diluted to 1, I'm assuming whatever, of water per 1,000 square feet. It just says 1 on this bottle, which is kind of funny. I always just do like 2 gallons in my backpack usually. I might even do 3 this time. This stuff is great. I've used it every season. Really good stuff. Go ahead and get I'm gonna get both of these in my backpack sprayer right now. Jump right into spraying. It's my favorite part, especially when my hose doesn't shoot off my tank anymore because I fixed it. Let's go. Just got finished with that one. Got everything mowed, sprayed. The day after tomorrow, we'll do edging and stuff like that and check up on it. And of course, we'll be back in the backyard again. Looking good up here, right? I think it looks real good. Really, really nice. It's got a nice shine to it. I confirmed with the Amazon delivery driver girl. She told me it looks awesome. That one, sidewalk strip over here. Here's a side shot of this. All right, and then follow me this way. You like the over the shoulder view? And then we got this side over here. And it's about to be the golden hour. I'm gonna let this soak overnight and then it'll get irrigated as soon as the sun comes up. My goodness, is that green. I feel like the camera does not do our lawns justice, like honestly. Like I feel like, yeah, it doesn't. Let me know in the comments if you've got any like questions about the ammonium sulfate, getting it down. I had a little bit, like about that much left in the bottom, but that little filter thing at the top, when I'm pouring through, that's gonna catch that anyways. And I totally forgot about that. And so I threw that thing back in there and I've been using that now. But I didn't see any when I ran it through there. There was just a little bit left on in the bottom of the coffee pot. You can throw it in there. As soon as you start spraying and stuff, it's gonna dissolve. Like, trust me, it's gonna dissolve. I think it looks fantastic. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be in the backyard doing some stuff back there, and I've got some plans for some things to do. So hopefully we've got enough time still in the season. Thanks for watching The Yard Dad, as always. Hope your yard is greener than mine, or is as green, or the best. Hope they're all doing good. I'll see you next time. Peace.